Alright guys, and welcome back to Redstone for Dummies. Today I have what I call the always. It has to happen all the time. So I have what I call the button combination lock, or just button combination. Basically we've got our door as always, and we have buttons on a wall, and some of the buttons when pressed in the correct order will open the door. Some of them will just do nothing. So you have to know the exact combination for the door to open. Plus, there is a timing to have correctly as well for, again, the door to open. So here, my buttons that are wired up to the door are in orange right here, so it's pretty obvious. But usually you won't have these colored blocks. You would just have a normal wall full of buttons. But again, yeah, let's go over what I do. So this combination is pretty simple. This one, and then that one, and this one, they all have to be pressed really quickly. So yeah, let's do it. Press this one, that one, and this one. Then the door opens. I can then walk through, and I'm on the other side. Other button to leave. And again, if you press the buttons in the wrong order, then nothing will happen. It's just not correct. So you have to do it in the correct order. And again, even though if I do it, but if I'm too slow, nothing should happen unless I'm having the timing somewhat right. Alright, so we're gonna start by building a wall that we're gonna put buttons on. I'm gonna make it a little about the same size as the other one on the other side. So, whoopalai. Okay, just like this. So it's a 5 by 3 wall, so 15 buttons. And again, I'm gonna put them in orange, the ones that I'm gonna use. But you don't really need to do that. But yeah, I'm gonna use this one. Let's say this one and this one. Yeah, that should be good. And again, they can be any block you want as long as they're spaced, as long as there is a space between them, just so the redstone behind the wall doesn't get all mixed up and wired, cross-wired and everything, so there is no interference. But again, you can just place your buttons wherever you want, as long as they're not like right beside each other's. Otherwise, again, redstone will be corrupted. Alright, so the principle behind what I'm doing now is that there is one button that will open the door, and that one button is going to be the last one we're going to press, and the other buttons before that will allow the last one to open the door, meaning that the other buttons will complete the circuit of the last buttons so the door can open when we press down the last buttons. And I just think I'm gonna go like this one and then that one after, just because. And yeah, so the way I'm gonna do it is that if I want to have this button go first, this one go first, and then that one followed by this one in the end, we're gonna make it like this. So now bear in mind, every time you do that, depending on where your buttons are, it always changes. It's never the same build you have to do, just because depending on where you put your buttons, then everything is not the same all the time. But yeah, I'm sure you guys understand that. So let's start by doing placing down our first button right here, and let's say right about here I'm gonna place down a piston right here that will push this sandstone block. And the goal with that block is that when I press the first button, then that block gets pushed, which will allow this second button to, when we press it down, the current goes through that block when it's pushed in front, so the current can go through and just keep going onto the other button. And yeah, it sounds complicated, but it's not really. I'm gonna do it, and I'm sure you guys will understand that. Actually, I'm just gonna make it a little one block longer, just so that we have enough space for everything to be built and everything that. So just like this, placing down repeaters right here, just so the timing is long enough for us to move onto the other button and press it before the time runs out. So I'm always placing down two repeaters set up to 4 ticks each, just so we have enough time to set down everything. And yeah, so just like this. So when we press down this first button, then this whole thing will be activated, and that will complete the first part of the second button circuit. So just like this. And then once that block gets in the way, then the current goes up to this redstone dust that will then be moved all the way up to yeah, about here. We're gonna place down a piston right here, and again, keep in mind that it's never the same thing. It just depends on where you place your redstone. And again, yeah, just like this, and one block higher actually, just like this. So when we complete that circuit, this goes through, and then it pushes down this piston. And again, we just place down 2 repeaters for the timing to be easily met. And then this here will go like that. We're gonna have a repeater right here for the circuit to be completed, and current will go all the way up to right here, just like now this, like that, and that should do it. Now we just need to wire up this to our 2x2 piston door, and just for the sake of it, I'm gonna make it 1x2 just because it's easier and it doesn't take as long. But you guys are used to building 2x2 doors if you've watched my other videos. So just like this, actually it's 1 block further, like that, and then do all of this, place down our redstone torch right here, this, and then that, just like this, and that should do it. I'm gonna try it just to see if it works. So like this, let's just complete that a little bit more. Like that, that should be good. And again, so this one, and then this one, and then that one should open the door. It worked. That's great. That's perfect. And again, if we try it in a different order, it just will not work. Otherwise, what's the point? Yeah. So again, we press down the first button. That piston pushes that block right here, which allows this second button to complete its circuit that will push down this button, and then the last one will just open the door if that block is right here. So the circuit is completed, and then that door will open. The only thing we need to do now is add a button from the inside so we can leave. So I'm just gonna make it look weird and ugly because, yeah, why not? We're gonna place down our button right here, and then having this about that should be good, just like this. That should open the door. There we go. And then we'll leave. And yeah, that's pretty simple. I'm sure you guys understand that. You might need to work out where and how to place down your pistons and everything. Again, depending on where you place your buttons, everything will change. If you take a look at this one here, it's not even the same thing. You just have to figure out where to place your pistons depending on where your buttons will be. And again, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, go check out my Facebook page, and thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.